Rhubarb Syrup. So I've never done this before, but I saw this rhubarb at the store and I figured, why not? Let's make some rhubarb syrup. So this ended up being a little over a pound of rhubarb, and the whole procedure is extremely simple. You just chop up this rhubarb, stick it in a pot. I put in a cup of sugar and a cup and a half of water. Bring all that to a boil, and once it's boiling you can turn it down and let it simmer. And I think I simmered it for 20 minutes or so. After a while the rhubarb will start to break down and it'll be this sort of mush, but that's what you're looking for. Then let it cool, and I strained it. Of course, I have my trusty grain bag, but you can use a cheesecloth or whatever you got. Now, if you've seen this channel, you'll know I like to infuse booze with my Dunnings. Put some gin on the leftovers of this rhubarb, and I'll have some more on that later. In the meantime, I got this shiny, beautiful rhubarb syrup. Oh, I went ahead and added some vodka. This will help preserve it and extend the shelf life. I find that helps, especially with fruit syrups. So we did it. Made rhubarb syrup. I mean, it's got a beautiful color. It tastes pretty good. It's not super sweet. It's a bit tart. Rhubarb is tart. That's sort of its defining feature, really. And I had it with some soda water earlier just to have a soda, and I think you need to have a certain amount of it in there to sort to come across. I'm afraid it's going to get lost a little bit. I think rum, rhubarb, and Aperol, that will probably be delicious. I'm thinking it'll go great with this rhubarb. And if not, we'll just keep trying. I can edit out all of the misfires and just present you with a beautiful drink. But just so you know, I'm going to make it up starting now. So that's what I did. I tried this rum Aperol rhubarb syrup drink. I also tried putting a little yellow chartreuse in it to jazz it up. But I came to realize that the rhubarb syrup is, it just doesn't cut through other flavors. It's very subtle. It's just sort of a sourness. It's delicious, but it doesn't assert itself. So this drink was good, but it mostly tasted of rum and Aperol. The Aperol does go well with it, but you can barely use any in a drink. I tried some other experiments as well. I made the same drink, but with pêche de vigne, and peach flavor really just took over. I even did gin, rhubarb syrup, and soda water, just to keep it as simple as possible. And it was pretty good, but not really that complex. I even went for a pisco, rhubarb syrup, and ramazzotti, and again, pretty good. All these drinks are pretty good, but I wasn't really hitting the spot. I decided what I need to do is actually make a vodka drink, which is something I don't normally do, but I need a base spirit that isn't going to compete with the rhubarb. Look, I know I don't make a lot of vodka drinks, but today it's a vodka drink. Rhubarb syrup. I know, I didn't label this bottle, but I know what it is. Strawberry Shrub. Vinegar in this can have an overwhelming effect. I'm only going to put in a 1/4 ounce. And then Aperol. I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of Aperol as well. Just to get some of that. A little bit of bitterness. You know, you could build this in the glass too if you wanted to. We're gonna put in some soda water, but just a splash. Don't put in too much. I don't like it when it gets too watery. Of course, you should do it to your taste bud. I like just a splash to fizz it up a little, but not to overwhelm. Just a lime, just a little squeeze of lime. Drop it in for garnish. Just brightens it up a little. I don't have a name for this. It's like a Rhubarb Surprise. The surprise is that I put vodka in a drink. I really don't usually drink vodka. Oh boy. Yeah, that Strawberry Shrub comes through. You don't need a lot of that. You get that sourness, a sour note from rhubarb. Otherwise, it's nice and bright and just slightly bitter. It's like a delicious fruity summer drink that isn't too sweet. Okay, guys, I made rhubarb infused gin, and this stuff, it's got a nice rhubarby, like a nice fruity note to it though. We're just gonna make a gin and tonic. It's gonna be rhubarb gin in a glass. And tonic. Today I'm using Fever Tree because that's what I found at the store. This is nothing fancy except for the rhubarb. I mean, it's a gin and tonic, but it's got this extra fruity sourness that it's delightful to me. I mean, you could even go so far as to make more, like use all the rhubarb and just make this rhubarb infused gin. But I don't think I'm going to drink that many rhubarb infused gin and tonics. I got a lot of syrups and shrubs and stuff I've been making, so you know, I think it's just fun to have a little extra something. Anyway, cheers. Enjoy.